Hey, lovely people. What's up? What's up? What's up? It is a brand new day. Yes, it is a beautiful day that the Lord has made. Let us be glad and rejoice in it. And that's on prayer. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are all doing good. Welcome to All That Matters. I am your girl, the queen, the one. It's okay. Let's say it together. The one and only Nzima Queen, baby. Sisi Ede, what is it called? Nzima Beyonce Akaho and Nzima Oprah. Yeah. So whichever one you want to call me, I will accept all of it. You know, I said I have to even let the team build like a little large way sign that, list the names since my Beyonce. Like, let's list it so that people, know what's good. But I hope you guys are all doing good. You are watching Revolt Media. If you are on Facebook, make sure you hit the follow button. And if you are on YouTube, make sure you hit the follow button as well. It's all Revolt Media. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Share with everybody, the family, the friends. We appreciate it. 2024, like I said, we are supporting each other. You support me, I support you. So let's just do that. I'll just give you a second to hit the subscribe button right now. Okay, thank you. And hit the bell next to it so that whenever we post, you will be notified. As always, we're going to give you guys a great show. But of course, we have to say thank you to the people who make it happen. So shout out to Lona Soul Streetwear. This summer, we outside. And I said we outside. The shorts will be shortened and the shirts will be shirted. And then, of course, the beanies will save it for the winter. But listen, ladies, gentlemen, get yours. Ladies, make sure you size down. When you size down, give me a call and let me know what's up, okay? Make sure if you're large, right, get a medium. If you're small, ask them to create extra small for you. Whatever it is, ladies, we are outside. Gents, we are outside. Get your shorts, get your shirt, and get your beanies from Lona. So right now, they have a great discount. I just purchased something that will cost me almost $200, and I paid less than $50. Just use the code REVOLT. Trust me, I just made an order and it was it. So make sure you use the code REVOLT. It's REVOLT, and then get your 80% off. 80% off only with the code REVOLT. Okay, so get yours now. LonaSoulStreetwear.com. RG Kids Portrait. Listen, if you are an expectant mother, expectant father, I know people say I always leave the fathers, so let me just include the fathers. If you're an expectant father, a parent with young children, capture the moment. Reach out to RG Kids. Listen to me. You want to capture it now because these kids are growing up way too fast, okay? My niece was born 2 days ago. Yesterday was calling me Jasmine. And I was like, gee, you were just born yesterday. I literally just had you yesterday. So listen, reach out to RG Kids. Let them capture the moment. You don't want to wait till it's too late. Then they grow up and now when you even want to schedule with them to come so you take a picture, they'll be like, Mommy, I'm busy. Mommy, listen, I did this to my mom like recently. So get the moments now. At least you can hold on to that memory for a very long. So even when they get busy, at least you have their childhood pictures to hold on to. You can reach out to RG Kids on Instagram. Is RG_Kids_portrait. Or you can give them a call on 614-254-2151. Tell them Jasmine sent you and they'll give you a special deal, okay? Akuba, this summer, if the skin ain't glowing, the hair ain't growing, and the beard ain't connecting, we don't want it. GGC this summer. GGC every day, okay? Get yours now, okay? We want to make sure that the skin is glowing. Look, this is makeup free, baby. This is makeup. You want to walk outside with confidence, okay? Reach out to Akuba. It's www.akuba.com. Get yours today. Use the code REVOLT. I feel like I want to one-up Lona Soul real quick. I want to one-up Lona Soul, but I'm not giving you 80% off cooldown. I haven't reached there yet. We'll give you guys 50% off. Just use the code REVOLT. It's REVOLT. It only happens here at Revolt Media. Use the code REVOLT. You can get 50% off from now till September. From now till September, use the code REVOLT. You will get 50% off. Yes, use the code is www.akuba.com, or you can reach out to them on 614-584-1845. Now let's get this party started, baby. I am here with my favorite bullheaded man, the melanin king himself, whose beard connects. How are you, Kumasi?
I'm all right, Jasmine. How are you doing?
I'm good. Why you look so serious? Like,
It's all that matters.
what are you trying to say? This is my show, and I'm not even that serious. Like,
Oh, okay.
is it that you miss me and you just don't want to say it? It's okay.
I did. It's been a while,
Like, dear diary, Kumasi finally missed me.
I miss you all the time,
And that's good. How are you doing? Are you ready?
Great.
You're doing great?
Yeah, I am.
That's good. Well, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Now let's get this party on the road. So today we are going to talk about proposals.
Right.
Proposals. Why do we accept proposals when we know we do not want it? Or why do we accept proposals when we know we're not ready for it? Especially like with relationship businesses. So today was pretty much the topic is why can't we say no to proposals if we are not interested? So proposals can come in so many different forms, whether relationships, whether business, people can offer you like a great business deal. In that moment, it sounds fun, or maybe you just don't want to disappoint the person. You say yes. Or maybe like a relationship proposal. Deep down, probably on the surface, you like the person. But deep down, something ain't right. But you just don't want to say no. Have you ever been in a position where you accepted a proposal when you knew you didn't mean it, Kumasi?
No.
You've never? I'm asking the wrong person.
I normally think about everything before I say yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time. I don't know. I think I'm somebody that when it comes to thinking and making a decision, I'm very fast on that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can easily say a no or
Really?
yes. Yeah, I don't have to sleep over it.
Like, I've been in a position where the business idea sounded great, or the whatever it is sounded great, but then when I'll say yes, I'm like, oh yeah, I can do it. But then as soon as I agree, like later down the line, I'm like, I should have
I think
said
that's
no.
something that's forcing you to make decisions like that. Could be something that is hidden innate in you that you don't know what it is. It could be a trauma. It could be anything.
That's true.
Yeah, it could be anything. But normally, I think you should know we all know our capabilities, right?
Of course.
We know what we want. We know what we want to do. We know what we aspire to be.
Of course.
Right? So when somebody tells you to do something, or somebody give you a proposal that this thing is not. Like, let me give a typical example. Like, in 2017, somebody offered me $30,000 just to speak for a political party.
Oh, wow.
I knew that was not what I wanted to do. So I said no right away. Like, I didn't have to.
You said no to 30,000?
I didn't have to consult my wife. I didn't have to sleep over it
Ow.
or anything like that. I said no and thanked the person, and I left. Sometimes there are certain things that when you know it's against what you stand for, you don't really have to tell anybody. You just have to make a decision, because what happens is you could just come over and tell your wife, and your wife will start telling you the things that you could do with it.
She's calculating the Dior, that's Gucci with
and then all
Vine.
of a sudden you go for this thing and you'll never be happy again. You're going
Wow.
to compromise everything that you stand for just for that money. But maybe when you are disciplined to your ideas, you can easily make that 30,000. So you don't have to soil your name just because you need that kind of money. So
Okay, I hear what you're saying, right? Okay, like me, I'm a big overthinker.
okay,
I overthink everything, right? So sometimes I'm like, okay, maybe if I don't say yes today, I might miss this opportunity tomorrow. Like, there's been moments I know, like, there's been some stuff like friendship, businesses that you get into, you're like, I should have said no. But then in my head, I'm like, what if I'm making a mistake? So many people overthink things. So it's like, I'd rather just say yes now because I know myself. Or like this.
so are you saying yes to say no later, or yes to accept
just to say yes, like, oh, maybe I'm making a mistake. Maybe like deep down I want to say no, right? But then because I overthink everything, I'm like, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Let me just accept it and then I'll figure it out later. That's how sometimes I do it. Like before, now thank God for therapy, I don't do that. But before, for me, it was like, especially when it came to like friendships, like when friends bring stuff up, for me, I was always bent on like, I wanted to be a good friend. right? Now I don't care. But before it was always bent on, I wanted to be a good friend. And that, she's a good friend title meant, it was like a great validation for me. So there were like some business stuff that I got into, like those pyramid schemes. I don't know if you've heard of, there's a lot of them that I got into, wasted a lot of money because I wanted to be a good friend. Well, my friend, but I knew deep down, like, you don't want to do it. But I was like, I want to be a good friend. So I accepted it and then later regretted because I didn't want to, lose the friendship. That's not a bad thing, right?
I think it's bad.
Dang,
I think
the way you took a pause just to say I think it's bad hurts.
Yeah, I think most of the time you know what is wrong and what is right for you. You just want to be confused about it. Like most of the time, we just want to be confused about it. When somebody tells you something, you knew right away that it is wrong. There's this thing that talks to you.
Yeah.
You know right away that it is wrong. But you convince yourself that you can make it work.
But if you're an overthinker, you feel like, maybe I'm overthinking it and I'm wrong.
I don't know how you're gonna overthink something in a minute.
You've never like regretted, like, or maybe you've gotten a deal and you're like, oh no, but later you're like, I should have taken that deal. I should have taken whatever the offer was. You've never been in that position.
Anytime that I will have to say that, that's when I'm trying to be selfish. Like, how I say, somebody offered me this kind of money to speak for. Sometimes I'll say, why didn't I even take it? I'm only saying that because I'm being selfish. I know deep down I couldn't have done that job. Do you know the job of a defender? like you.
I'm thinking about getting into it.
Yeah, you defending something that you don't believe in. You know how hard it is?
You can be a lawyer. Lawyers do it. You did political science. You can be a lawyer.
Think about this. You think about this. The people that speak for Akufo-Addo right now. You know how hard that job Do you know how hard that job right now is?
No, but I feel but lawyers do it every day. They're defending criminals. They know for sure you are a criminal.
Yeah, there are some people that have gone under training to do a specific stuff.
You are trained to lie.
To them, it's acting. It's not them. You're acting for survival. If you have a specific ideals, that you believe in those ideals, you can't do that. I think most of the time when somebody give you a proposal, in the back of your mind. You want to do that. Okay. Or you don't want to do it. Sometimes when you look at your surroundings, there's a lot of people that have made decisions that if we were left to only them, they wouldn't do it. They thought about other people. That's why they did it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They thought about other people and thought that those other people were more important than them themselves that were going to actually do the job. Accept the job and then later you can do it.
I have done that.
Yeah, we always think about the other people. Oh, this guy, if I do this, my wife, I can get my wife this car if I do this. But we forget that after you take the bounty, you actually have to execute the job. That's the hardest part of it.
That's fact.
Some too, it could be selfishness. It's very selfish. Like I've seen a lot of women say, I accepted the ring because the ring was beautiful.
I was about to get to that.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like the guy, but I accepted the ring because the ring was so beautiful. Oh, it was a diamond ring.
It was cute.
It was cute.
The bling is cute.
I accepted it because, the people around, the music, the food, and when he proposed, I couldn't say no. But deep in your heart, in your mind, this is not the guy that you want.
No, I beg to differ.
Okay.
So what if let's just ignore the music, the food, and all of that. You accept a proposal from a guy. That moment, maybe like an ounce of you, something in you is telling you, this person is a good person, right? A great person, a great man. And maybe down the line, you don't want to live to regret it that, maybe I should have just accepted it. Let's be honest, especially when you're hitting a certain age. Some women just accept anything. I'm not saying anything.
Is that not selfishness?
Hold on. But just so they're like, this person's a good person. This person's a great person. But something in you is saying,
do you really think that women accepting proposals, accepting it for the sake of the guy proposing?
Sometimes you have to think about the people around you.
No.
Or maybe...
No, I'm asking a question. I need you to answer. What I'm asking is, do you think that the woman that accepted that proposal is actually accepting the proposal because of the guy that is proposing?
Why you gotta do this to me? I just thought about like, wait a minute, hold on.
Let me tell you this.
No, sometimes they do.
No.
You don't think so?
No. Every woman, if every woman is given the chance to just get up and pick a guy, every woman knows the kind of guy they want.
Of course. Of
So you
course.
cannot tell me if it's not that kind of a guy. And then you accept that because the person is giving you a beautiful
But what
ring.
if in that
Oh, this
moment
person
it's
can-
like, oh, I can overlook certain things. Like let's just say,
That's the
oh, I'm
selfishness
used to a
thinking.
guy that has a big head. But in this situation, you know what, let me just suppress my
No,
big
no,
head
no.
dreams and just
So there are certain things that
or
like,
character. He's a
like-
great person.
like ideals. You know, there are certain things that a lot of women have, you know, things that they look out for in a man.
Of course.
Right? Let's say hardworking man, a man that is, you know, smart, a man
Yeah,
that
determined.
can carry conversation, a man that
Yes.
there are a lot of things that these women look out for. You have this guy that you know don't have these things that you look for.
Okay.
What he got is he got a beautiful ring. You accepted that proposal, and then you are telling me that maybe you are trying to see if you can overlook your idea.
Yeah, me like that's what I would say. I will overlook certain things because no.
It's the self.
What if you can get like 50%?
If that guy had walked in on you with a Walmart ring, you wouldn't have to look at the face. It's a selfishness. You are looking like, okay, you are doing elimination by rough tactics right now. Let me just take this out and put this in. Let me take his behavior out.
Yeah, let me overlook one, two, three,
let me take his behavior out. Let me put his money in.
This is why women cheat down the line.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me take his behavior out and put the money in. Would that work? Maybe that would work. Maybe if I forgo the behavior and I put the money in, maybe that will work. Well, when you have everything, now you expect other things. You know, there are some things that you can never go against that, your nature. Who you are. If you are a talker and you are with somebody that cannot stand somebody that talks too much,
It's hard.
and then you want to be with that person, and you know deep in your mind that if not for the ring or other things that he can offer.
But I beg to differ.
Okay.
Do you know why? Especially if we're going to talk about the relationship aspect, so many women back in the day had a preference, but they were pushed into arranged marriage. But they learned to deal with it. They learned to like love whatever it came with. I think some women now do that. Oh, maybe the friends around are saying, oh, this person, you know, and then he proposes in a way that you've dreamt about. Sometimes like, okay, let me just accept and then I'll make it work. People did it back in the day for arranged marriage. Why can't it work with a
So the arranged marriage, there was a lot that went.
I know. I wouldn't.
Yeah, there's a lot that went into the arranged marriage.
How?
Most of the people, listen, your mother knows you.
Yeah.
Your father knows you.
Yeah, my father knows me very well.
Your father will know right away you bring a guy in. Your father will tell you this will not work.
It's so true. It's so true. I recently sent a picture.
So just sit down and ask yourself,
It's so true.
why was that marriage working? Because the parents knew their kids. So they can say, if you are it will help. If you marry this person, it will help. If you marry this person. So they actually took time to do all these things. But it's unfortunate that we live in an era that we cannot. Because, maybe you may be born in, you were born in Takrad and now you live in
Please,
Columbus.
I was born in Accra.
You were born in Accra? Okay, you were born in Accra. Now you live in Columbus.
Yes. What has that got to do with anything?
So I'm saying there's no way that you can even arrange any marriage for you. Because back in the day, the arranged marriages, people living in the same community. It's not like somebody's living like...
But they still learn to deal with it. So why can't I accept the proposal
So
and learn to deal with the guy?
Learn to deal with it. If I pick what you want for you, what are you learning to deal with it? There's no problem in the first place. The moment you have to learn to deal with something is when there is a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
Like if you are my child, I know you.
Yes.
I know a friend. I've seen another girl somewhere and a guy somewhere, and I'm like, nah, this one will work out for, because I've studied this, both of these guys, they will be a good couple. I put them together, everything is working. They're not dealing with anything. They're compatible, right? Just that I did the introduction. When you have to deal with something is when you know this thing is not what you want, but you have to forgo yourself to make it work. That's when you are dealing with something. So I think our forefathers put a system in place that made that work. Most of the people that were in that kind of relationship, their marriage lasted.
It did. At this point, I've already asked my dad for arranged marriage.
They were not stupid. They knew They knew exactly that what they were doing.
Yes.
You know, because I think they know that when a person is young, they don't know what they want. They're confused. Teenagers are confused. So if you leave two teenagers to make a decision on their own without the help of an elderly person, they're going to make mistakes. And that's what they do. And that's the same thing that we are doing right now. So this girl is accepting the proposal because he think I could do it. Okay, I like this specific thing. I want it right now.
Yeah.
So let me forgo everything that my DNA says about me and take that. And then you get into the relationship. Now your DNA is stronger than what your wants. And
that is so true. I feel like, yeah.
I think it's selfishness.
You really think so?
Yeah, it's selfishness. A lot of us are selfish. A lot of, like, I may want a good favor in your eye, right? So you ask me to do something. I know I cannot do it, but I can't say no to you. You know why? Because I want you to perceive me in a way. Selfish.
So you've never accepted a proposal just to like make sure, like just to make another person feel okay, just to make them happy? No. Really?
The only thing that I do sometimes
for your kids, for your wife,
like my wife is like, well, I say, oh, let's watch a movie. I don't want to watch a movie, but I have to watch it. I wouldn't call that a proposal.
That's not a proposal. Right.
That's the only thing. If somebody comes to me, anything that I invest my time in is because I knew it would work. I may get it wrong.
Because I was about to ask you something.
Yeah, I may get it wrong, but I'm not Superman. I may get it wrong, but I believe in it. I want to have that conviction that I made that decision.
Okay.
You know, I don't want to get into something that somebody say, let's do this. And I just run into it. I don't need anything from anybody. I don't care who that person is. I make my own decisions. I sit down, I think through every decision that I make. I want to be able to defend the decisions that I make. So let's say if you call me and say, Kumasi, let's do this. I will ask you, why do we have to do this? Okay, you say this, that. Then I'm going to look at all the interest in the thing. I will look at all the variables before I say yes or no.
The pros and the cons.
One thing with me that I'm blessed in a way that I can make that decision too quick.
Okay.
A lot of people will say, oh, give me time. Let me go think about it.
Yeah, like I like to sleep over a decision first.
It comes to me naturally. I know if it's going to help me or not. I know it's going to help me or not. You know what I'm saying? So I could say, oh, let's do it. Or not. After you finish talking, I already process everything that you are saying. So I could give you an answer right there or not. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you mean.
Yeah, so that is me. But not everybody is like me.
Wow.
Right? But me accepting something that I know will not work, no, I wouldn't do it.
Like me, I said earlier, I've accepted so many things that I feel like, oh, for the sake of my friendship, I would just do it just because of peace. You know, I've done stuff that I'm like, I should have said no. But then also for me, right, I'm quick at like, oh yeah, let's do it. And then,
and when you think about it, and then you feel like it is wrong, do you come back to the person and say, hey, no, I don't think we can do this?
Sometimes no. Like I remember my friend brought this pyramid scheme, and like I said earlier, I invested. Then when she first said, I was like, oh yeah, out of excitement. I was like, oh yeah, business, because you know I love business. Anything business, I'm in it. I was like, yeah, let's do it. When I slept, I was like, the math is not mathing. Like when I did the equations and what these people were saying, I was like, it's not making sense. But for the sake of my friendship and the fact that she was happy, because you know most of these pyramid schemes, you have to bring a member to get a member. I just wanted her to have that member. So for me, I just went along with it until I realized I was like, Charlie, my bread. And then I was like, I have to invest somewhere else. So then I canceled it. But there was other situations that I knew deep down I didn't want it, but I've done it for them just to make people happy. That for me, the validation mattered. Like the validation.
Why did you?
That was before therapy, okay? But no, for me, the validation of these people stay. Like, oh, I want to make sure that my friend is good, my friend stays, or my friend sees me as a good friend, or a good girlfriend, or a good sister. That's what for me was. And I feel like so many people accept proposals for the validation's sake, honestly, especially women.
Yeah, I think if you want to be successful in life,
don't do
you
it.
cannot make decisions like that. Like, you actually, a friend of mine brought a proposal to me, and I told him it was not going to work. I told him right there. I told him I have looked at all the variables. I don't see any other means that this will work unless it take a miracle. And he was like, "What do you mean?" Like, I said, "Bro, the numbers look good, but it's not gonna work. Like, it's not realistic. Like,
But if the numbers are looking good,
if the numbers are looking, why wouldn't I join?
Okay.
Like, why wouldn't I join? I'm saying, okay, I'm not gonna do it one, and I don't even want you to do it. You know what I'm saying? Let me give you a typical example. My wife was into that same pyramid scheme, and I keep telling her, this thing is not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Stop. It's not gonna work. And I think at a point in time, she felt like anytime she tried to do something, I tell her it's not
supportive.
Work. I'm not supportive. I actually was like, you know what? Do it. I'll support you. Like, I said, do it. I'll support you. And then she did it. It get to a point, I'm just going to give it up. You know, now we don't have that problem.
She's learned. You will learn. You will learn.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you keep saying, especially when it's somebody that you're too close to, sometimes when you keep saying certain things, they don't see it. So let the action speak for itself. You just leave it. But there's no way under any circumstances that I will get up and I know this thing. If I don't trust you, I'll never sit in your car.
Okay.
If I don't think you're a good driver, it's either I'm going to drive or I don't sit in the car.
Oh, wow. Is that why you've never sat in my car?
You never invited
Let me put you on blast, right? Is that why you've never sat in my car?
You never invited me to sit in your car.
But why? Like, we always...
If I don't trust you, if you are driving and I don't trust your driving, I know you're always speaking on phone whilst you're driving. I know you don't pay attention. You are the guy that's always driving. I know somebody that tells me when he's driving and there's no car coming, he's in the middle of the road until he sees a car coming.
Excuse me? Yeah, I'm not...
Especially, the alley roads.
Yeah.
He's always in the middle of the road until he sees a car coming, then he goes to where he's supposed to be.
What if you're distracted in the more... Like, I would not sit in your car. I would never
take a risk like that. Like, you know
what
I'm saying?
Yeah,
maybe that's the reason why I've never been in a situation like that. But I would never take a risk like that. People say, "Oh, if you can't take a risk, you can't be a businessman." No,
thank you.
Risk, you have to calculate risk. There are some risk you cannot sustain it. If I have, like, let's say 20,000, 30,000, I want to go into a business. I'm gonna take that risk. I can sustain 30,000. I can't sustain 1 million right now. So a job that I have no background in, and I'm going to put 1 million in it.
Yeah, that one, no. If you have no idea of what you're doing. So
even a guest should be an educational guest. That's all I'm saying. If you are taking a proposal, you need to understand that proposal. Do the math. If that proposal is going to help you, you take it. You don't take it because you want to belong. A lot of us, we just want to belong. That's why
I want to be a part of, the status, the society status, whatever it is.
Real people will respect you for your decisions that you make.
That's
why. Have you noticed that the most people say, oh, this person is a controversial person. This person is this person is that. Everybody loves those people. Because they've chosen a path.
Okay.
The people that we don't know where they stand, those are the ones that they are not loved. They can't make decisions for themselves.
But what if you make a decision? Like, let's say now that I've started media, right? I'm trying to grow, I'm building. And let's say I get a proposal and let's say I know deep down, maybe this is not what the type of, what I want. But in that moment, let's say it's NBC. Let's use the biggest. It's NBC. Let's just use NBC. NBC calls me, Jasmine, we have a deal for you. This is how it entails. Maybe it's not what I desire in that moment, right? But because this is a big
It's
platform.
it's not what you desire or the moment, because the moment can change.
But let's just say in this moment, I want to do interviews, but they bring me an offer that, oh, you're going to do sports or you're going to do a mommy and me show, whatever it is.
Right.
Because I'm still trying to put my name out there. I accept the proposal. It's deep down, that's not what I want.
Right.
But I just accept it because I need a stepping stone together. And this is a major company.
Right.
I feel like that's not a bad proposal to accept
so in
it.
that situation, it's not something that's going to hurt you. In that situation, it's not going to hurt you. So now the deal is, I'm going to use NBC and whatever it is to build
myself,
brand, and then I'll divert, because this is what I actually want to do. And I think any smart person will do that.
Okay.
Right? There are some proposals that are going to hurt you. There are some proposals that are going to hurt you. And I feel bad for a Strongman. I don't know if you know
Strongman, yeah.
I feel bad for him because he's getting to a lane that a lot of people start seeing like he's a beef rapper.
Yeah, he's always beefing with somebody.
He's the best rapper in Ghana.
But he's always beefing with somebody.
He's the best rapper in Ghana. A lot of the rappers, including Sako, they knows he's the best rapper in Ghana. So what they do is they hit him so he can respond. Why is he always constant in beef? And most of the time, he's not the one asking for that.
They bring it to him.
They bring it to him, and he take the bait. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like it was a way he wanted to put his name out there?
No, it's not. The moment people start coming at you, means you're doing something good. Stay focused. You know what I'm saying? The moment you say, if you're not doing anything good, nobody give a damn about
that. That
it.
is so true.
You know, so he's doing something good. Everybody sees it. So anytime they want to hit somebody, it is him. Because in a rapper's mind, I'm just using him as a case.
Yeah.
In a rapper's mind, he is the best.
He's the creme.
So I have to go against the best. Then guess what? They go against him.
He falls for it.
Then he takes the bait. So the moment you take the bait, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, let me give you a typical example too. Gavin Newsom. You know who Gavin Newsom is?
No,
The governor of California.
Okay.
He looks like he's a potential president. He is not running for president, right? What's the guy, the governor of Florida? Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis is running for president, and then this guy want to debate you. Then you take it. He's not running for president. You are running for president.
You are running for president. Why you?
Take a bait from somebody that wanna. You see, he derails you. If he punch any holes in you, you are done forever. That is something that's gonna hurt you. But let's say somebody comes to you and say, "Hey, we are in media. Even right now, you want to do interviews. Interviews is what you want to do." I said, "Yo, I'm traveling. Host this for me."
Oh, that one is different.
But it's a proposal.
Okay.
It's a proposal. I want you to do this, that. Take this show for us. It's not gonna hurt you.
Okay.
It's not gonna hurt you. In that situation, you can even look at, okay, this show has a bigger number.
Let me use it to build.
Let me use it to build myself. So when I divert, the people already know me already.
Yeah.
They follow you. That is something you say, like, oh, I think I could take that. That is not like, but in a situation where you are accepting something that you know it goes against everything you stand for. You know this guy is a woman beater. He's not gonna stop.
He will change.
And then you keep telling yourself
he will change.
You keep telling yourself that this guy will change.
I'm praying.
And this guy will change. You keep telling yourself.
Yeah.
You know he's gonna beat you. You know
he will change.
But because he brought that, he's gonna give you that fancy wedding you want.
He brought me flowers.
Or
he brought me flowers and gifts.
You wanna take it. Now when you took it, yo, people don't change. Like
Are you sure people don't change? Wow. So wait, what do you mean?
People are.
Let's divert. What do you mean people do not change?
When I say that,
let's say you meet a guy, and there's one or two things about him, but he promises, he was like, "Give me time, I'm going to change." You don't think they will change?
No.
Huh?
Me, I don't change. I don't change. What you see, so that's why
I feel like they're not romantic. They won't be romantic.
No, me, I can never be that. It doesn't even fit me.
You can buy flowers?
No, that's different. Buying something for my loved one is different. You know, people try to do things like so you and I are trying to get in a car. I don't even remember that I have to. It's not. I'm a thinker. I'm that. Those things are not things that I. So if those are the things that you desire, you're not gonna get those from me. It's not like I don't like you.
Wow.
No. You're not gonna get those. Those are not priority to me. Even when I try to teach myself, I don't know. Maybe it will take another 20, 30 years. Can you wait? Even when I do it for like a week or two, I'll go back to my shell back. I just can't do it.
So you're not willing to compromise. That's the key word now, compromise. That's what society is using now. These days they're using it.
And a lot of things that everybody can compromise. Everybody can compromise in life. A lot of men compromise every day. A lot of women compromise every day. Women go home and eat what their kids want to eat.
Because the kids want to eat it.
Because the kids want to eat it. They eat it. Men go home every day and know their wives are tired and they do stuff for them. It's not that they want to do it. It's because they know like the person that I will rely on to do this for me can't do it. I just have to do it. You know, we compromise. Men compromise by getting up early in the morning to go to work.
But you feel like character is character. Person will not
your
change.
Your DNA will not change. Like, your DNA will not change. Who you are will never change. That's what I see it. That's what I think. So when I'm dealing with somebody, I let them know me for who I am. If you like it, fine. If you don't like it, I'll move on.
Come and be going, yeah.
You know, I don't want a situation where I have to change who I am to make you fall in love with me, and then it will come. I can't hide. Like, I'm that person. I can never hide. You know, when we go somewhere, I can't hide. People are going to see me. If you don't like a guy that is loud, a guy that want to start conversations, a guy, don't be with me because that is me. It's like you telling me that I can't be who I am. It's like, you know how people try to block the way of a stream or a river or something? Can I stop?
It will eventually seep through. One day, yeah.
It'll figure a way out. There's no way you can do this thing. So what are you going to do? Don't waste your time. A lot of people say, oh, that person's going to change. I'm going to make this thing work. I'll keep working. I'll make this work.
I think that's the type of person I am. For me, I feel like, I'm very patient. Like, I'm going to just, wait it out. Whether if it's a business or whatever, I'm going to like wait it out till the person, changes or the person like maybe realizes that,
I am patient for things
that's just me.
I know will work. Because how do I know this will work? Because I've done the math. I've done the math that, like this thing that we are doing, I know it will work.
Of course.
Like, I know for a fact that, like, I even see it in my dreams sometimes.
Oh, wow.
I know it works. It's just close. I know it works. That's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm wasting all my time, my energy, my resources, and everything doing it. You know, that's why I'm talking to people. Come join us. Let's do this because it's going to work. You know what I'm saying? If I have a shared doubt that it will not work, I wouldn't waste my time.
Wow.
And that's why I make decisions too quick. And people say, oh, you could have waited. If I'm in something that I know, I figured it out now, this thing's not going to work.
Like you discern that years down the line.
And I don't know who can convince me to.
Wow.
Like when I make that decision, because I don't just make decisions. I think through, I look at everything around the thing. That's why most people say, oh, why are you waiting? Why don't you just... You have no idea. I'm thinking through it. And then when it hits that this is the thing, I get my confirmation.
That's it.
Jinyami.
It's only
God. It's only God that can change it. So I think that a lot of us, we just want to belong. We are just selfish. We just want to follow trends. And that's why we do certain things that we do. You know what I'm saying? Like our shows right now, we can just decide that we're going to follow trends and buy fake numbers.
Allah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can just decide to do that. And then sponsorship will come. Because they will see
how
it.
Long?
How long are you
going to sustain it?
You think somebody that is doing a business,
I look at all of that.
That can actually take money and say, sponsor me, will not look at these things?
We look at that.
So you will be stupid to think you can use this model
Yeah.
to beat somebody that have set up. That's why I tell the guys that do the betting that you really think you can use the betting to make money.
Nah,
You really think
you're giving them money.
that only $1 equity.
1 million. 1 million. Make every million. 1 million.
It doesn't even make sense.
Because 1 million. Meta Tesla, mommy. You sure?
That's
I was about to start betting.
Hey, you can do
Try
it.
to
And
gamble.
I used to say this all the time, and when I say it, people laugh.
Cha-cha.
And then all the people that laugh at me when I say this are the same people that keep saying, man, what's he keep saying this all the time?
Why? If you know he's saying it, why are you still doing it? Well,
It's a sense of the economy. That's why everybody's doing. People are buying clothes that they don't need because it's what everybody. They accepting proposals that they don't need.
bruh.
You know, they are buying things that they don't need. I know somebody that just bought a brand new Mercedes Benz. He has a brand new Honda Accord. You know why he bought a Mercedes Benz? When he gets to his new job, almost everybody there uses a Benz. He wanna get.
Are you serious? That's the logic behind buying it. Is that your friend?
He think that
We need to talk.
that's not just a friend. That's family.
Oh damn!
That's my family.
Well, you can't disown
You
that
know,
one.
and I keep telling him that listen,
Wow.
why don't you trade this one in and then get a Benz?
Because if it's a brand new Honda,
if you want the Benz, that's okay. Sometimes status for people, you know, and if people work hard for their money,
Hey.
they have every right to
get it. Mm-hmm.
live the life they want to live. But I'm saying that now you pay insurance on this Benz, you pay insurance on this Honda.
Honda, yeah.
That's a lot of money that you are throwing away. So why don't you just sell the Honda off?
And stick
Then
with the
use
Mercedes.
the Mercedes Benz. Another answer. Most of the people in the workplace have two cars. You know, you cannot always be driving one. You cannot always be driving one car. You know, sometimes you just have to, change. Cars. I said, you know what I said? I said, I got it.
You said you did. I don't got it.
No.
Can they afford it?
No, I told him he can afford it.
But still, that's still
But
dumb.
I told him I got it. You know why I told him I got it? Because I'm a Mrs. Jimmy. I can never change it. So, and this person has made his decision. So I said, I got it. Down the line, I know he's going to know it was a wrong decision.
Because the money you're throwing away, you can invest it in something else.
Well, it's only.
Is it paid for or they make monthly payments?
He make payments on 2 cars.
On both cars,
Yeah.
plus insurance.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save my comments respectfully.
I'm just saying
'cause-
that people take baits all the time. It's not a true conviction. You know, it's not a true conviction that this is what they want to do. When you sit down as a person and you have something that you really want to do, you know what to do. But sometimes you want to belong. You want people to love you. You want people to feel like you are what you are not. You know, I don't care if somebody loves me or they don't. I
Yeah.
am me. Sometimes you would love to love me sometimes. Sometimes you will hate me. It is me. I will not change because you hate me. Neither will I change
Because you love me.
That is me.
Take it or
Deal
leave
with
it.
me or not. That's all it is.
That's on pro. Drop the mic. Just drop it. Drop it. You don't drop mic like this. You drop it like this.
I have lavalier.
Hey, okay, that's on per. But well, thank you so much. I didn't know what TV say. I said drop mic. You see, you have lavalier.
That's a mic.
On that note, guys, make sure when you're making decisions on proposals, you make the right decision because sometimes it might come back and bite you. I have made a few, but make a wise decision.
But let me ask you.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
You know how you said before therapy used to make decisions like that? What do you think was the problem?
For me, it was more of like, oh God, why are you trying to put my business out
The
here?
reason why I'm asking you is a lot of people don't need nobody to tell them. Right? A lot of people need to see reality.
Okay.
There's a lot of people that, let me tell you. A lot of people keep talking about OCD. Oh, that I want this way. Only I want this. It is good living that turns people into OCD.
I'm OCD. I'm clinically.
A lot of it's. If you are from Africa, where you are like 10 kids that sleep in the same room. You probably have to take a gallon and go for like 2-3 miles to fetch water. You cannot be OCD.
Okay.
You cannot.
Okay.
It is good living that turns people into that. Every little thing. We just want to find something and put it on it. Every little thing.
Okay, mine was not because of good living. It's just for me mentally. Like, okay, when I come and let's say we've arranged the water this way, mentally in my head, right, I have pictured it. I have programmed it this way. I think when we even, let's just even use the studio. Before we used to be in the other room, right? When we moved in here, I had to mentally like reprogram myself, like to just accept it. Because when I used to come here and something we're doing a show, if you pay attention in the beginning, I was a little uncomfortable at first. For me, that because once I program my mind to this, right?
But change
is good.
But change will always create uncomfortability.
Of course. But for me, it's
like,
just...
I used to have a huge house. Now all of a sudden,
I have to downgrade.
I have to downsize.
It takes... That's what OCD is.
Okay, so it could be OCD, whatever.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, that's not sickness.
It's not a sickness. OCD is not sickness, though.
If anything,
it's not a sickness.
Anything that's diagnosed.
It's diagnosed. It's not a sickness there. It's not. Me, I was diagnosed because for me, I had to mentally picture something and make sure it stays that way, or else I get confused.
So why can't that be who you are? Why do you have to be diagnosed?
Yeah, but then me,
like what I'm.
That's true. Though.
What I'm trying to tell you is, when you are, it is situations that we live in that creates all this unnecessary tax. If you were living in Africa somewhere where you have to walk 3 miles to go get water,
I didn't walk there.
That wouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
So I'm just saying this to say, sometimes we create some of these things for ourselves. How do we create it? I know that the proposal this guy is giving me, it's not going to help me. I know for a fact. I'm accepting it because I want him to like me. Or I want to belong to his group, his clique, whatever it is. I want to belong to that. Or I can say no and let him say whatever he want to say about me. Tomorrow I'm going to find somebody that will like me for who I am. You just don't want to go through that pain.
Yeah.
Losing this guy for.
I'll say me, I'm more of, okay, if I have to speak on me on that one, I'll say also more of like, I don't want to regret down the line. What if I was making a bad decision
that you have a conviction on?
But when when most people are overthinkers, right? Down the line, you feel like, oh, maybe I made a bad decision. Maybe.
But if you have a conviction on something, there will be no maybe. Like if, the bad business that I did last year?
Yes.
That bad business.
It was very bad. Okay. I told you so. Let me say it.
Even though you said it.
Let me say it. I told you so.
I had my conviction.
It wasn't going to work.
Let me even say and say this. If I had decided that I was going to do other means to make it work, I could have done it.
Yeah.
You know why I didn't do it?
Why?
It wasn't worth that time. There were so many means that I could have made that work. I could have. Okay. Do you think that if I had, let's say, gone to invite some people in the situation, I say, this has happened, I need to change right now before we do anything, you really think that wouldn't have changed?
No.
I think it would have changed.
It wouldn't.
If I go to, so let's say, let me go to, I just don't want to mention it.
Don't mention it, but it wouldn't.
It would have.
I feel like it wouldn't.
I'm telling you.
You know one thing about my instincts, and I will still stand 10 toes on I told you so. I love when I tell you that I told you so on that one. I feel like when it comes to certain things, right, it would have changed for a moment, honestly. With that situation.
So what we could have done is decision making. What we could have done is take you out of it. You're not going to be on the shows. You're not going to do this. You're not going to do this. You are a partner. You're going to take your share. You still don't think it would.
Honestly, I feel like momentarily, for like a year, 2 years, let's just even give it max 5 years, it would have worked. But I personally feel like in the longer, especially like let's say we're Revolt, right? We're not just looking at in 5 years. We're looking at this is forever for us, right? So I know, like in that case, that's different. When it comes to some people, it will work for 5 years. I'm giving them 5 years, and then after it's just like, oh no, I deserve this. I want this. I really honestly feel like that would have been the situation, and I stand 10 toes on that. And I told you,
you may be right. You may be right. I just believe that anything that you have conviction, there are certain things that happens in life for educational purposes. Mm-hmm. You just have to know. Mm-hmm. You know, you just have to get that experience for that experience to trigger you to do better things. Mm-hmm. In a situation of you knowing that this will not work, then getting into it. Mm-hmm. That I think it's a.
You know how you said something earlier? You said character, and people do not change.
No, people don't change.
So you could bring 50 million people in it.
Yeah,
character is character.
People don't change, but people can be sidelined. So let's say you right now. I love you. I love you, Jasmine. Yes. You want to do a show, but you're not good at it.
Yeah.
I want you to be part.
Yeah.
I can create a show for only you.
Which you do all the time.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I could buy you a fancy mic.
You do that all the time.
And get you a fancy camera and say, go to the street and talk to people. You are still with us.
Hold on.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I'm just saying.
No. You're not just saying. I feel attacked.
I could easily do that.
Is that what you do?
I could. So this is my job. Mm-hmm. This is my job. Mm-hmm. Is to make sure that everybody
finds it.
Fits where they're supposed to be. That's my job. In doing that too, I have to make sure that doesn't create a problem. So sometimes you will think that, this has to happen right now.
Wow.
The time may not be that time. So I could sit down and say, okay, you know what? Let me just figure it out. I'll think about it and the way will come. I'll find it nice.
Is that why I've never been on your political show?
Because you destroy it.
Wow.
So I'll just destroy it. So Pastor Jiva told me something. He said there was this guy that was always a problem at church. Mm-hmm. You know what he did?
He created a position for
He said anytime that they're going to do a big event that he knows this guy is going to be a problem, he called him like 3 days to a week to the show, right? Mm-hmm. To the event, and say, hey, this whole event, you are in charge of it. What you need to do is that you are going to be in the back room and you'll be praying for the show. And on the D-Day of the show, dude and his crew will be in the room praying for the show while the show is going on.
Are you serious?
That is good leadership. Because when you tell him that you're not going to do this, because when the time you do this, it creates a problem, the whole church will destroy. You've created negativity. That's why we have leaders. You have to make sure that your decision doesn't create a problem. That's a leader. So I just give you a fancy mic and say, hey, Jasmine, I want you to cover this. This show is for you. Do it anyhow you want. You deem fit. Just do. You don't need to take anything from me. Let me know anything that you need to make that show successful, and I'm gonna provide for. I'd rather take that cost than letting you destroy everything because I made a decision. You know what I'm saying?
I'm taking this more personal than you think. Because I feel like I've been given fancy mic.
Because it's gonna happen soon.
I can't tell. Like I feel it. I feel like you always give me the fancy mic, not knowing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give you a fancy mic. Probably sometime I'm gonna pay for your dress too.
Wow, producer.
Where you gonna take like it's a proposal.
I feel like I feel special.
I'm just saying that we have to have convictions in everything we do, but nobody's useless.
Oh yeah, nobody. That's one thing I've learned.
Nobody's useless. I'm gonna tell you that nobody's useless. When you think that this person is dragging us back, this person is doing this person is doing it. I'm telling you, you may think that person dragging you back, but he's actually probably the one saving you from not falling.
That's true too.
The moment he or she is not there,
that's true.
That's the day you fall.
That's very true. That one is very, very, very true. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Now I feel like I've taken this very personal. The last part of the show, I've taken it personal.
Thank you for making it personal.
So, producer, can we cut that last part just for me? Thank you. I have taken it very personal because it makes a lot of sense. But no, thank you. So, thank you for the pointers. I was about to wrap up, and then you decided to start the show again. But yeah, thank you for coming. Do you have anything else that you want to say?
I just believe that nobody should take something that they don't believe in, do something that they don't believe. That's why a lot of people are not successful. A lot of us are not successful because we've done things that we actually don't believe in it.
People are going to colleges that they know for sure you do not believe in it. But it makes sense. Because the reason I even brought the car, because I remember years ago, right, I used to tell people I will go to college when I can do it debt free. I'll go to, and they're like, oh, but when you go to college, you can go and then the job will pay it off for you. And I was like, I will do it at the right time. And people didn't understand. You get what I'm saying? So many people are making decisions that deep down, it's not safe for you. But hey, African parents are on you, so you got to do it. Or friends, or, whatever, the economy or the society. But make the best decision that you can make with what you have. But thank you, Bald-Headed Man, for coming, Kumasi, for joining me today. I am still offended. But yes, we'll talk about, fight.
I love it when I offend you. It really helps.
Thank you guys so much for watching Revolt Media. I am Jasmine. I was here with
Kumasi Nyame.
I was here with Kumasi Nyame. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're on YouTube, and don't forget to hit the follow button if you are on Facebook. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye for now.